Now, you probably were approached by all three parties, were you?
Yeah, I had very respectful conversations with a lot of people about choices for the future, and frankly, I've come to the decision, and I made the decision that to join the Liberal team, to join Justin Trudeau, and I had conversations with many people, but it was really the values that Justin represented, and maybe want to be part of his team, and I believe I can really serve the people of Scarborough as a member of his team.
Most people might be surprised by your stance on marijuana.
Yeah, I worked in drug enforcement for 9 years, and I've been a cop in this town for 38. But legalization, coupled with a strong regulatory framework, is the way forward, and to make sure that kids don't have access to these drugs, that organized crime can't be involved in it, that the police are provided with the tools to deal with appropriately with impaireds, and that there's an investment in the public health concerns of marijuana. I think that's the right way forward. I have to tell you, I'm very concerned about the use of marijuana by young people in this city, and what I have found through my experience, and also by reading a lot of the research. Cam H did a great report on this that I thought was really, really insightful and interesting and useful, that said that the marijuana usage among young people in this country is at one of the highest levels in the developed world. And so it's quite apparent to me that for a number of reasons the criminal sanction isn't working. And we've seen in a number of other jurisdictions, particularly in the United States, where they've legalized marijuana to achieve what we really should be achieving. And I think the most important things with respect to marijuana is keep it out of the hands of kids. And we're not doing a very good job, because we're leaving the decision to sell marijuana to 14-year-olds, to some gangster behind some apartment building or up a stairwell. And that's just wrong. Like, it seems to me far better to regulate marijuana, to sell it in a controlled environment so that the government can put the appropriate precautions and regulations in so that it's not sold to children. And also so that we're also provided with assurances that organized crime can't get their filthy hands on this. Because frankly, one of the biggest problems with the illegal drug trade, and marijuana in particular, is the organized crime groups that profit from it. And they're responsible for much of the violence that takes place in our communities, and much of the victimization that our people experience. I'm also concerned, frankly, with the enforcement of our criminal laws. It disproportionately affects people that live in poor communities. It disproportionately affects racialized communities and our Aboriginal communities. And I think there's a certain amount of fairness that we have to also achieve. So keeping organized crime out of it, keeping it away from kids, providing police services with the tools they need to deal with social disorder issues that can arise, and impaired driving. And finally, investing some money in some of the public health issues, because there are significant public health concerns with the use of marijuana. And I think a public health response is the appropriate and effective response to help us deal with that.